CM Punk is going over in the strap match, and Drew will probably get his heat back after the match. Strap CM Punk, bro, so we can continue on with this.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Wrestling Outlaws. I am here with the Outlaws themselves, Vince Russo, EC3. Let's go. Let's do this. The topics for today to start off with Charlotte. No, let's start off with Drew McIntyre, CM Punk strap match. Who you got, Vince?
Yeet. No yeet. Yeet. No yeet.
Okay, I'll tell you exactly who I got. Bro, who Bro, I got to tell you something. You know our friend Coach?
Jonathan Coachman?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Coach is getting into this whole thing, bro, with legit betting on wrestling.
Okay.
Bro, I'm going to make you guys a fortune.
Thank God.
Listen to me. I will make you a fortune. Chris, we just had Punk and Drew at, what was it, SummerSlam?
Yes.
Who went over?
True.
Okay, Punk's going over. It's that simple. And the reason, bro, why they're doing the strap match is so Punk doesn't have, so Drew doesn't have to get pinned. So you won't hurt Drew. This is what I mean about the predictability of this company. 1,000%. I'll find out from Coach, bro, where you can lay your bets. 1,000%. CM Punk is going over in the strap match, and Drew will probably get his heat back after the match. Strap CM Punk, bro, so we can continue on with this. Right or wrong? Right or wrong, guys?
100% correct.
100%.
Yep.
I just, what I loved about their SummerSlam match is these guys had a 6-month-long feud without wrestling. And so when they finally got to the first match, they told a fantastic story. I mean, the bracelet thing is what it is, but the story they told, they hit their best of, but they left so much to be done. And I really thought that was like super strong work and booking. But then now we're already having a strap match. Is that in Berlin?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so maybe it's a good house and you want to throw that match back out there. But I would really prefer to not see them work for another few months. Bring it back with some more circumstances. And maybe a stipulation that isn't I don't know, strap match is okay. But so you can touch 4 corners, right? To be victorious. Yeah, and I guess that's the way to win. I don't know. I think Drew should go over too. I think he might. Actually, I think Drew will win this one.
Well, let me ask you this, though, EC3. If Drew goes over for a second straight time, then what's the point of having a third match?
Because it's wrestling.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Austin beat The Rock at 15. Austin beat The Rock at 17, but we still had Austin Rock at 19, didn't we?
Yeah, but that wasn't a matter of 2 months in a row.
Exactly. That wasn't. That was a 6 years, 4 years span.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I want to prolong the feud, and I want to take a couple months off and like reunite it, or.
And it wasn't consecutive months with Austin Rock, and Austin Rock 19 was Austin's last match. So, until a couple years ago. But
here's why you have a third match: because of nefarious means or some sort of like overly personal slight that CM Punk had to go to his dark place to pull it out of Drew. Something that is a replicant of, dare I say, the bracelet in the honor of his wife and his dog. But I know this, one thing I know about Drew, not a dog guy. He's a cat man.
There you go, Catmandu, man. Very nice.
There you go.
Check out BrainBuster, the daily quiz that tests your WWE knowledge with winning streaks, stats, and more. It's time to see if you're up for the challenge.
Man, kudos to you, EC3, for pulling that bracelet out a pile of dung, man, because you made that look as good as you possibly can, but it still smells like bleep.
Yeah, we're all kind of
I'm not sold, man. It just, I just don't care that, two grown men are fighting over a bracelet. There's nothing about that amuses me, especially when Drew was cooking all year and on the promos. He was you can just tell that he's really starting to just really grow his confidence on the mic, man. He was doing a really good job. And the payoff is, I want my bracelet back. I just can't get into it, man. I just can't. There's nothing about it that's really convincing to me. The payoff is, oh, okay, well, CM Punk gets 4 straps, but somehow Drew McIntyre claymores him at the end and keeps his bracelet. Oh, okay, well, cool. We'll have a Hell in a Cell match in October, and finally CM Punk will get his bracelet back, and then he'll hug AJ Lee or something like that and bring his dog Larry with him too. Like, what are we doing here? And what's the payoff? CM Punk gets his bracelet back and then move on, and where does that leave Drew? High and dry like he always has been.
To be fair, I think the bracelet is stupid and unnecessary. I think the personal animosity is plenty, and those guys can feud about anything of substance and context that's not necessarily a child's bracelet.
Yeah, Chris, if you're going to do the bracelet, okay, for argument's sake, they're hell-bent on doing the bracelet. Okay, whatever, for whatever reason, okay? Bro, steal a page from your own freaking book. They should have had AJ Lee ringside for one of the big matches. She's wearing a meaningful chain around her neck, and Drew McIntyre rips it off her neck, a la Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Like, at least do that. Yeah, you know what I mean? How difficult would that have been to do, right?
That's really, I like that.
That's a whole.
That's simple, bro.
That's a big difference. If she had a chain with like a locket on there,
right? Yes,
like that would be a lot more sentimental than just a daggone bracelet that you can get from the person that made it for you. Just double up, get 2 or 3 of them next time. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, it's just like they're just throwing something at a match, a series of matches, because today's fans are they'll just lap up whatever you put on the table. And so they're like, let's just make sense. Let's just drag this out. Bracelet. Let's just throw a bracelet out there because they'll like the matches. They're here for the matches anyways. Yeah. And so it makes people who are traditional fans difficult to digest because we're looking for stories. A lot of this new age fandom is matches. They're all about matches. Chris,
that's why I go nuts. I can't tell you how many times a day I hear about these great stories in the WWE. What stories are we talking about? Chris, you and I watch this show every week. What stories are we talking about?
2 grown men arguing over a bracelet, a 400-pound man spazzing people a bunch of times, a weaker Judgment Day faction kicking out 2 of the 2 strongest people in the faction. What story are we doing now? I mean, what story is riveting enough right now? And there's no story with Randy Orton and Gunther. There's nothing. So I don't know, Vince. I don't know where these riveting stories are.
It drives me out of my mind. What story? Do you know what a story is? Let's start there. Go ahead, EC3.
A story has 3 acts, right? Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. You got an epilogue. You got a preface. Sometimes you got credits. And within that story, you have rising actions. I mean, you can tell us about the hero's journey. You can meet the mentor. When's the last time someone met a mentor? Approaching the innermost cave. When have we seen something like that? When is a good guy, a protagonist, been thwarted and beaten back down? When has he recruited allies for a great fight? When have we got a conclusion worth a S? Short of Cody and Roman. I mean, they took a year to tell that. That was a good story.
They took 2 years to put that together, and the climax was really good. I mean, the match was brilliant. Yeah,
he gave us Endgame. He gave us, Assemble Avengers moment with everybody coming out. I will say, because I haven't watched a ton of WWE in recent times, but watching some of Roman and Bloodline back in hindsight, dude, Roman's a storyteller. and it's like really impressive. Like, and I don't wish because that makes what makes him unique, and you know, guys like me because I'm awesome too. But like the way he tells stories is impressive, and I think that's why he's uberly successful and over as hell, and everybody else is kind of whatever.
Something to chew on, and I don't think we'll talk about now. I think I'll probably talk about it on my PNP show, because this is going to be this could be a very long talk. And Vince, feel free to take it, you know, as a topic too for your channel. Has Roman Reigns
returned with the elixir? Remember that? That's part of the hero's journey. I'm sorry. Continue.
There you go. Has Roman Reigns made a bigger impression overall, complete resume? Has he made a bigger impression in the WWE than The Rock has? I think it's an interesting conversation to think about.
You mean The Rock's like last WWE run, you mean?
Yeah, his run as a whole, as far as tenure is concerned, as far as accomplishments is concerned, as far as just impression in the business, as far as longevity and things like that. Just kind of thinking about all of that. Like, has he made a bigger impression in the company? Not outside the company, of course, but within the company.
I think one thing that maybe is why you would look at it that it didn't is because of pandemic and COVID years and the Thunderdome and, you know, WrestleMania with no fans and that kind of, you know, falsities of grandeur. But I think if you look at the stats, and I think business is hard to judge because it's a totally different business, and like how do you view ratings and then box office and gates? Like, I would say, yeah, you would. I would
look at it the opposite way, EC3, and this is how I would look at it. Bro, when Roman was having his run, bro, there was nobody else.
Yeah.
There was nobody else. When Rock was having his run, bro, you had Austin, you had Taker, you had DX, you had Kane, you had so many other players. When Roman was having his run, bro, there was nobody else close to him. Nobody was close to him, bro. He was the show every single week. I think you got to take that into account, Chris.
I agree.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I'll get more into it when I think about it more. But I'm thinking when you say that, Vince, yes, that makes sense. But could that be an argument of why Roman is stronger, because he was able to carry all of it on his back? So that's just something to think about. It's not about, you know, me concluding that per se. Yeah. It's worth bringing that argument up. So we'll save that for another day.